What? Believe in magic.
Once upon a time,
You're too late.
every fairy tale character
You found me.
I will always find you. Made their home in a magical land.
We'll see about that.
Until a powerful curse brought them to our world.
No!
Charming.
And the family was reunited.
We're going home. All of us.
But their search continued
What is that?
across incredible worlds,
Hold on!
I'm coming to get you.
against powerful foes,
I will get your heart. Regina!
facing enormous odds,
We'll be ready. I deserve to know everything. No, you don't.
all to find their happy ending.
Stay away from my wife!
Henry! If she wants to kill you, she's gonna have to go through me. This is how you take away a happy ending.
But the price of magic
You never should have brought me back.
can rise and fall.
No!
No one's that powerful.
And though it has the power
I remember.
to warm the darkest of hearts,
Enjoy this moment together, because you don't have many left.
it can sometimes leave you out in the cold.
The library. Jiminy Cricket, who is a conscience, who in our world is Archie, the town shrink.
We also have Robin Hood on our show, who of course came from Sherwood Forest. So this book is obviously very magical.
Emma.
And it was the book that had inspired Henry to search for his biological mother.
Are you Emma Swan?
Yeah, who are you?
My name's Henry. I'm her son.
You have to take her. Take the baby to the wardrobe.
Emma was the daughter of Snow White and Prince Charming. When she was born, they placed her in the magic wardrobe to protect her from the curse.
Find us.
Emma was sent to our world as a baby and had no idea who her parents were. She grew up going from foster home to foster home with no real direction and, more importantly, no home.
Don't worry, you'll find a home too, Emma.
And that's something she's always been looking for and never really found.
There's this feeling that I've had since before I remember. A memory that glows like an ember of a place or a time and a home. I almost see it so close that I could be it. It calls to me something from my past, something missing. Like a purpose at last, it's a hope inside. Even though I've tried to run away from it, there's nowhere to hide. There's a story of a maiden who lies in a forest, waiting to sleep.
And a hero with a promise to keep and a vow I'd always find you at last. It's all behind you.
Set things right.
No more wars to fight. A happy ending
As our kingdoms unite with our hearts as one.
our new life begun.
In a future that's as bright as the sun. So I close my eyes and dream of places I've been to in my mind, where the story ends with love and broken dreams are left behind. I made a choice to hear my voice, a story that is mine. Even through the darkness I will make my way to find my once upon a time. There's a story of a life that was changed by a child, broken and torn and defiled. Stolen happy ending, so fragile I could break it, so close that I could take it. I've paid my price, made my sacrifice, left with nothing, but your pain will suffice. So I'll tip the scale and rewrite the tale with a twist, where only I will prevail.
There's a story of a love that was stolen by vengeance, by jealousy's rage.
And a villain left to rot in a cage.
A coward using magic.
Her life cut short, her
I
tragic.
will make her pay. He will curse the day that she robbed me, took my future away. Now the time has come, now the wait is done.
It's a journey that we've only begun.
So I'll chart a course and sail for places that I have yet to find.
A place where the only happy endings will be mine.
To leave behind a life confined
By love and loss intertwined.
Only in the darkness can you change your fate to find. By once upon a time, choice that we made,
a curse we will break.
robbed of their memories without an escape.
A line that's been drawn.
To rewrite a wrong.
I know there's a place somewhere that I belong. When I close my eyes, I dream of places that I have yet to find. A place where the only happy endings will be mine.
I made a vow.
What happens now?
Our story changed somehow.
Only in the darkness can you leave your life to find.
Even through the darkness, I will make my way to find my once upon a time.
The curse on New Fantasyland had been broken. Everyone in the Magic Kingdom was overjoyed, except...
When I rule this place, things might not be so happily ever after. Ariel, trust me. In my version, the octopus wins. And Belle, maybe that tale as old as time needs a new twist. Ah, but you're perfect just the way you are. Stay angry, my friend. Save it. Soon they'll all know why. I'm called the Evil Queen.
Experience Disney storytelling like never before in New Fantasyland at the Walt Disney World Resort. Discover all the new wonders at findingfantasyland.com.
Seriously?
Good morning, Storybrooke. See, plants can be art too, and I learned that this weekend at the Community Rec Center.
Good morning, Storybrooke.
We're trying little babies, a little spicy. Oh, come on and try it.
Good morning, Storybrooke.
Good morning, Storybrooke. Hey, Goldie, are you feeling okay? Because we have a doctor on call.
That's right. Oh, doctor, what do you prescribe?
Thanks, Hart and Goldie. It's time for Bedside Manner, where the MD stands for darling. Our first letter comes from Jill. Jill writes, Dear Doctor, will my best guy friend ever notice me? We hang out all the time, climbing hills, fetching pails, and it's awesome. But I want more. Jill. Well, Jill, you are in what we call the friend zone, and you need a game changer. So I'd head down to Mr. Gold's shop and pick out a nice little gift, a pretty little box or something, and have Mr. Gold rip out your heart and put it in said box. Give the box to Jack. It's called a living Valentine. Trust me, he will notice you.
You really are the best medicine.
Coming up, we'll be back with the results of last week's poll. Which is the sexiest dwarf?
Peter Dinklage?
I wouldn't kick him out of my cottage.
Me neither.
This is Granny's bed and breakfast. This is Granny's diner. Come sleep at our bed and breakfast and eat at our diner. You can have breakfast at the bed and breakfast. Just look at those sausages. We also serve breakfast at the diner because it is a diner. So why not plan a staycation right here in Storybrooke? It is modest, but it is mostly clean, and staying does not rob you of all your memories, essentially your very existence. Free sodas for the kitties, and sometimes we have avocado. Ask if we have avocado. Granny's bed and breakfast and Granny's diner. You'll be glad you did.
You know me, you know my shop, but when was the last time you stopped by? Have you been in since you remembered who you are? You might be surprised to discover I have your life. From the glinting baubles that hung over your crib when you were a babe, to the terrifying people puppets that your parents were transformed into. Free parking with validation. Yes, here you will find every sword you've ever drawn, the mummified bodies of every frog you ever kissed. If you lived it, I have it. And be sure to ask about my specials on poisons and curses. If you don't buy them, your neighbours might. And is that really a chance you want to take? Gold Shop, I wheel and I deal. See you soon.
Welcome back. Here's what's coming up on GMS.
Young love never fails.
It can, because of poison.
This could well be another wolf-related incident.
If you built a house out of straw, you can build a life out of lies.
Wow, she is adorable.
It's not answering. Jenny, I'm so sorry. We're gonna have to move forward without Josh.
Oh, sure. Do you want me to just go ahead into camera?
Yeah, into camera.
Okay, ready? Hi, I am Jennifer Goodwin here at Once Upon a Time Studios. We unfortunately have lost my partner in crime, Josh Dallas, but I would love to give you a tour behind the magic. Here we are, Main Street, Storybrooke. This is actually based on a real street in Steveston, Vancouver. And this is Granny's. Is that Josh? What are you doing?
Hey.
Are you cooking?
Yeah.
Why are you cooking?
I got a part-time job here. I had to do something during the hiatus.
Oh, that makes sense. Will you help me with the tour?
Oh, that's now?
Yeah, you can finish that later.
Right. I'll be right out.
As you can see, everything follows a fairy tale theme, from the wallpaper to our amazingly low prices.
This is Granny's Diner. It is the epicenter of the community of Storybrooke. It's where everybody meets. This is exactly where all the interior scenes of Granny's happen. What do we have here, honey?
This is pretend, but sometimes you'll find yourself acting opposite some rather stinking foods. And Josh Dallas, when he was a child, wanted to work a cash register because
I thought all the cashiers at supermarkets got to keep all the money. So I thought that sounds like the greatest job in the world.
Mm-hmm.
But then I
behind
found
the
out
scenes trivia about Josh Dallas.
Didn't. Thanks. Let's go to the mayor's office. Follow me.
This is actually where our cast chairs are usually set up while we wait, and they bring us little heaters, which is really nice because it gets very cold, hence us always being in coats. This is the outer office, and this is Regina's. Everything is black and white.
Black and white. The
Severe.
painting Mary Margaret put up, which I think looks rather fetching.
And I've made personally many contributions to that couch in the form of naps.
You guys see anything? Other than an austere sense of design, nothing. The office. Okay. On to the next set.
On to Mary Margaret's. I always get lost on this lot. And in fact, we have lost Josh again. That's okay, we'll find him. Oh, costumes will know where we're going. Eduardo!
Hi.
Hi, this is Eduardo Castro, our brilliant costume designer.
Hi.
Hi, I'm doing a tour behind the magic, and I am lost. Can you tell me
Yes,
where
you're always lost.
Yes,
Stage
stage 7
is through those doors and to the right. It's a labyrinth.
Oh, thank you.
Good, darling. Don't be late.
So this is a live set. I don't know what they're filming. Let's go up through the hallway. We are. Welcome home. Mary Margaret's apartment. And Josh. Josh.
What?
Hey. What are you doing? We're still on the tour.
Sorry, just had to take a nap. Right, the tour.
Yeah, tell him about Mary Margaret's apartment.
Mary Margaret's apartment. Well, you've seen the bed. That's where we make tacos.
Oh, and over here is the kitchen where we make tacos.
Make tacos. And various other pastries. Always good to have pastries on hand when there's a crisis or a curse. I don't think viewers have seen the bathroom in Mary Margaret's apartment. Are we ready?
Never one time has there been a scene in Mary Margaret's bathroom. Until now.
It's the commode.
You know what? I'm gonna go make some tacos.
You can see Mary Margaret has an obsession with clocks.
Very apropos for the season 1 curse.
And we have pictures, obviously, of Mary Margaret and Emma. That was stage 7. Look, it's Jennifer Morrison. Jennifer Morrison. No. It's Jennifer Morrison. Jennifer Morrison. Whoa. Did you see that? Wow. Come this way. It's Lana. It's Lana. It's Lana. Back up.
A piece of cheese.
Back up. Back up.
Fully busted.
Just don't look her in the eyes. Don't look her in the eyes. Don't look her in the eyes.
Are you looking me in the eyes?
No.
Don't look at me in the eyes.
Okay, we're all good. Let's go. This is one of our favorite sets, right, Jenny? Jenny? Where's Jenny?
I saw her back at the crew. I don't know. I thought she'd meet up with you.
Okay. We'll find her, I guess. Okay. Stage 6. Well, here we are. The outside of Mr. Gold's pawnbroker. Hello? Now, this is one of the more interesting sets that we have. Jenny? Is that Jenny? We've got the tour going on.
Hey.
Hey, babe. What are you doing?
Oh, nothing.
What you got there?
Oh, it's it's just the Darkwind's dagger.
Yeah, okay. That's not something to mess around with, right?
Yeah, no, it's just a prop.
Okay.
Another register.
Oh, yeah, I like that one. That one's cool.
So, gold shop.
Yep, gold shop.
Lots of cool-
Lots of cool
Props. Set
props and, everything that gold collects from stories, pieces, he likes to call them. They all have some kind of meaning for him. Do you want to show him some of the things over in the case? Over there,
yeah, let's
honey?
go.
Okay. All right.
Sometimes, the chipped cup has appeared, or a unicorn mobile. Sometimes you'll find hidden Mickeys.
Loads of visitors today. And the Jolly Roger, a shrunk version, obviously.
I can't take this.
Huh?
Just take this.
I don't think you should take that out. Honey? Jenny? Hey. Maybe she's in craft services. Jenny?
Huh?
Well, I will always find you. You cutting cheese with the dagger?
Want some?
I don't think you're supposed to. Why not? Thanks. Well, I was a set tour once upon a time.
Behind the magic.
Thanks for joining.
Welcome to Steveston, the real Storybrooke.
With Storybrooke, it was really about how do we make a town feel distressed, but also feel like a place you want to be and that you want to root for.
We were looking to find a town that was just kind of stuck in time.
We wanted Storybrooke to look like a place that maybe 100 years ago was vibrant, but now it's kind of faded and decayed.
So we surveyed a lot of small towns in and around the Vancouver area, and we landed on this town, Steveston, mostly because it hadn't been touristed up.
There's something about the atmosphere of the village of Steveston. It's blue collar. It's somewhat gritty. This was a fishing village, first and foremost.
We're in the southwest corner of the island, so it's truly a destination point. So when you drive to Steveston, you're either coming out here to visit someone or coming out to, as a tourist, to come and check it out, or you live here.
Well, I've lived here for 20 years, and it hasn't really changed that much. It's always been this nice, quiet, little sweet town, and it's really family-oriented, a great community. I raised my 2 kids here.
When you see the car drive down that main street and the activities on some of the main streets here in the village of Steveston, it just works somehow. It just all fits together.
The art department starts early in the morning, adding signs and dressing windows to transform this town into Storybrooke.
Basically, it's a process where a team of probably about a dozen guys go out there the day before we shoot, and they transform this town.
So to change Steveston over to Storybrooke, it takes about 10 hours of work. The set decorators, the construction, and the paint department all come in and change over the signs, the windows. They dress the cafe as Granny's Cafe and change the street signs and any other things that need to be Storybrooke.
Every place you go to, the people are different, and they want you to help set them back up when you're done, or some of them just want to do it themselves. We just communicate with them to find out sort of what's easier for them and what is the least intrusive, and that way we all get along.
Oh, they're very fast. They come in the morning and they're very well organized. Everybody knows what they're doing. The crew are very nice people, and they change the sign and they put the Granny's Diner, and they're changing the tables outside, and they transform to a different place.
We double as a shoe store They come in and do this amazing transformation, in particular on the outside of the building, with covering our signage and enhancing things to make it look unified for them. And then we take out our product out of the front window, and we've got quite a system going now. We can turn it around pretty quick.
They come in, next thing you know, it's done, and the shoot's going, and the next day it's back to normal. So they become family every day. We see them come in, and it's been great.
Steveston serves as a backdrop to our show, but it is also a thriving community that has stories of its own.
And is this a gift?
Yes.
All our jewelry is Canadian jewelry.
It's not a backlot, and these are businesses and people have livelihoods, so we don't shut them down when we're shooting. The stores stay open, and the people have been very friendly.
Nick down at the bread shop there, he's quite the character.
My name is Nick Constantin. I came here 6 years ago, and I built a brick oven and start baking European country bread. People might think, well, why one bread? I thought this is the way it should be. The manager showed up the door and he said, well, we like your location. We like to introduce in our show. And then they put their sign up there. My store is a bakery, and their sign is also designs a bakery. So it works out well.
When they first started coming, one of the managers suggested that I make some ice creams according to the characters, and that has been almost a weekly challenge, trying to figure out, okay, what flavor for the next character.
She has a flavor for Prince Charming, Snow White. I think she even has a flavor for Once Upon a Time Altogether.
Once upon a time, it was real sprigs of thyme and poach them in honey and then cook them in a custard, and I have to say that's a very, very good one.
When they first started shooting, we had whole new customers coming in because all these people were seeing all this old vintage stuff in the window, were coming in the door and then going, it's toys. We thought it was all vintage stuff. So that was kind of funny.
Tourists coming in want to come to Steveston to sample the flavors that it has because they've seen it on the television show. It must be a great place. And what is it in real life? They come to see that.
Now, the lady from yesterday, she asked me where the tower of the clock is.
The clock tower is part of a building, but it's also part visual effects. The whole clock tower itself is about a 20-foot structure which mounts on top of a real building, and that's all visual effects.
People come down the street almost every day and say, when is that pawn shop open? I have never seen it open. And I have to say, well, I'm sorry, but that's actually a movie set, and it will never open.
On the weekends, it's very busy with people with the cameras and telephones, shooting pictures and everything.
What the hell are you doing?
We get such support from everybody. People come out and they watch filming all the time, and they seem to really respond to the show. So, we couldn't shoot this show anyplace else now.
Once the show was on the air and people saw it, I think they were so great and so welcoming and so excited by the show that it was just an incredible response.
I love the changes that the set has made because it makes me fall in love with my town all over again. So I go home and I get lost in the show because I see my town and it's beautiful.
Hey guys, Jose here. I'm a huge fan of ABC's Once Upon a Time. I recently got to catch up with the evil queen herself, Lana Parrilla, and with the actor that plays her son Henry, Jared Gilmore. They also told me how things are going to get a little more icy now that a new Disney fairy tale has joined the Storybrooke family.
3, 6, 5!
So what happened at the end of last season?
Everything surrounding Frozen has been very top secret.
Okay.
I didn't know Elsa was arriving until I watched the finale. And then we saw the hair and the hand movement. I was stunned.
When I saw the Frozen thing happen, I was just, I can't believe it. That's awesome.
Yeah, it came out of nowhere. That was pretty cool. So what's going to be happening in Storybrooke now that Elsa's arrived?
It's going to be really cold.
So are there any secrets that you can share with our Disney Channel fans?
It was revealed that Anna will also be joining Elsa.
I have a surprise for you.
I love the movie. I've seen it a lot.
It's fun. Could you show me how to cast a proper spell?
Dark magic is my strong suit. My fireball, you scoop it up and then you let it build and grow and then you just push it out.
Could you show us your best evil queen stare? Are there any other secrets you could give our Disney Channel fans about what's coming up?
You have to watch and find out.
All right. Don't miss the return of all new episodes of Once Upon a Time, Sunday, September 28th at 8/7 Central on ABC.
I came out of it right there. Then I just destroyed it.
Well, we shall see about that. Well, may I borrow the dagger, please? Funny thing about magic, it can never be destroyed completely. It simply lives on in other forms. Magic survives.
As what? Dirt?
It's much more than dirt, Derek. That urn could neutralize any magic placed inside it. That's why Elsa remained trapped. And even though the urn itself appears destroyed, the dust from it contains the very same power, only in weakened form. Next time you want to destroy something like that, be a bit more careful. One sprinkle of this, and all your magic would temporarily vanish. Good thing I have it safe and sound. Ready, Belle?
Yes, quite. So that's it. We have nothing. We don't know how I got in the urn or where Anna is. No. But we're just starting. I promise you, we're gonna find your sister.
Georgina did an amazing job of taking an iconic character that we all have this really strong image of because it's such a recent character, and doing a great job of infusing that with life and putting her own personality into it, but really staying true to what the character was in the movie.
Really easy to walk in snow.
The main struggle of Elsa's is that she is afraid of who she is and she can't accept who she is, and she feels like she doesn't fit in and that she's isolated from the world around her. I think that's a feeling a lot of people can identify with. Anna helps. She helps me control it. The villain isn't a witch or a wizard or a monster. It's an emotion. It's the emotion of fear. That's the villain, and that's a new thing.
What is that amazing smell? Chocolate.
Elsa was very lucky to have a sibling who accepted her and loved her for who she is. That's sort of unlike what we've experienced on our show at times with these magical characters. They tend to feel very isolated and alone.
We're not a monster. I don't think so. This whole kingdom doesn't think so. And for sure, our parents didn't think so. And I will prove it.
My name is Eduardo Castro, and I'm the costume designer on Once Upon a Time. And this is my little domain where we start the process of designing the costumes. I'm going to show you the workrooms and the storage areas and where more of the magic happens. This is the fabric that Elsa's dress is made out of. It is a silk imported from Europe with Austrian crystals, and the cape was done on some sheer fabric. And then we used a process called sublimation printing. And as you can tell, there's snowflakes printed onto it. And then on top of the whole thing, you'll see tiny little Swarovski crystals imported from Austria. This is the heaviest thing we've ever made. This is Captain Hook's jacket. This costume has, number one, it's Italian leather. Then it's got the imported buttons here. Then this is like a quilted fabric that we found in Los Angeles. This is Elsa in her coronation costume, and a lot of embroidery. And we try to stay as true to the iconic film design, which was very difficult, but we did it. And back here, you'll see a skirt for Anna. This is Anna's skirt. But I'll tell you the secret. This is how it's made. It is one big, long, flat piece. Then it's gathered, and it's what we call a dirndl skirt. So then it's gathered to like a 24-inch waist. So they're very, very tiny. I'm going to take you to the area where you'll see a lot of recognizable costumes, and that is back here. This was Emma's ball gown, actually, that she wore. It was one of the few ball gowns that she's only had 2 ball gowns. This is the gray one that she wore in a dream sequence, and this is the red ball gown that she wore last year. It's a single ball gown, and over here, everything from this point all the way down is Snow White. Here's the famous bandit costume that took many, many hours to it's like 16 pieces of suede, different suede and fur, and it's intricately made. This side, we have Regina, and this is Regina's going to war costume, which was chainmailed, and again, black leather, all Austrian crystals, all channeled, lots of hours, chainmail here. The amount of time that it takes to do these is quite incredible. Then if you come over here, down here, this is Belle. Here's a sneak peek of what she's going to wear in the first episode. It is a ball gown, her classic yellow ball gown. This is Belle Adventure costume, and it is tapestry and leather and linen and just the work involved, and it's laced up and it's super tight. And this is one of my favorite costumes we've ever done. Just to finish off, this is Robin Hood. So Robin Hood is all green leather and it's all studded, and it's got the trim, the suede. And if you look at the back, how beautifully they match up. It's a lot of work. It just keeps us very busy, and there's never a dull moment. I can't even keep track of how many wedding dresses we do, but each one is tailored to that persona. The first wedding dress we did was for the pilot, which was Snow's.
I do.
What makes us stand apart is the extravagance of the fabrics. I was in this fabric store, and there was this huge yardage of feathers. I said, oh my God. And I took it to Adam and Eddie, and they said, yes, let's just make this grand gesture of feathers. We've had a wedding dress for Lana when she was younger, and that was white.
You are most certainly the fairest of them all.
We had a wedding dress for Rose McGowan, and that was ivory.
Fifth in line to be queen. That won't happen without an awful lot of bloodshed.
And of course, we did one for Belle, which was a simple little dress I found in Beverly Hills, and then we made her coat.
This thing we have, it's never been easy.
Oh, and then we just did Anna's wedding.
What?
Is that my hair? You're right, I should have worn the braids.
Oh, I love doing that. That was great. You have a wonderful actress that has this wonderful effervescence, and she was great to design for, and she was so excited. And we did a very, very simple dress. The cut is clean, and that was one of my favorite wedding dresses that we've done.
The world of Frozen is coming to the world of Once Upon a Time.
Take a look.
Frozen is a movie that we loved and it inspired us.
Is that Mother's? Yes.
And there were so many themes in that movie that spoke to us.
This diary is only part of the story. We're not a monster.
At the very heart of Once Upon a Time, it's about hope.
Kristoff, where did you go?
It is the hope of Anna that she will find her sister and that they can go off and build another snowman.
What were they really doing on that voyage?
It's the belief that overnight our life can change, but for the better.
Storybrooke.